Welcome back.
Welcome back.
The Debatable Podcast.
Debatable.
MC War.
The official sport of rap battling.
Yeah, that's it right there. The oldest battle league in existence.
Okay.
Yo, man, Sirius Jones versus Head Ice.
Wolf.
Needs to be a rematch.
Stop playing.
It's been 10 years since they battled.
Okay.
Instead of going back and forth on the social media and letting it build up to something that can't be reversed.
What happened?
Y'all need to go ahead and compete.
What happened?
I really don't know.
Come on, man. What happened?
I have no clue. That's
something happened. Somebody said.
Asking you.
Somebody know what happened.
I really don't know. All I know is that I think
I.C.E.
they was part of the same crew.
No, I.C.E. did something serious. He might have took one of his girls.
Nah, I mean, I think at the end of the day, I think Sirius Jones' career is still, dealing with the whole situation of, the whole Math Hoffa situation. I think
Math still got him?
I don't think Math got him. I just think that the whole situation.
Hold on. If he's still
it's considered a street. For the most part, they consider it like a street sport.
Classic.
No. They consider the sport to be a street situation. So being that, whatever, I guess he got embarrassed on camera. I feel like cats think that he's not supposed to be respected. I don't know. That's just kind of what I'm thinking. You know what I mean? But
I think Sirius held his after the situation.
Yeah, I think so too.
At the rematch, all of that. I think all that right there was honorable. He stand up. He come on. Cats know Sirius ain't nothing. Sirius is serious.
Yeah. Matter of fact, come on, man. If we bring them to battle, I'm gonna want them to do topics. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not even gonna want them to go ahead and just. You know what I'm saying? So we can really put the skill to the test, because where it is, you definitely don't want it to turn into something worse than what it's already going. You know what I mean? I definitely don't want to see it go physical. You know what I'm talking about? But either which way, Sirius Jones, and it's an evenly yoked battle. If you look at the statistics on versetracker.com, definitely go to versetracker.com.
Verse Tracker.
If you're looking to find out the latest battles, new releases, you want to see how your favorite battle rapper is ranked, you can find that on versetracker.com. So, Sirius Jones, total views, 12 million.
Wow.
Total battles catalog, 24.
What?
Average views, 523,000. I thought the same thing. That's not far from Murder Mook, who had 17. I would assume he had a lot more battles than that, right?
Right.
But then I don't know if this is calculating all of the old Fight Club content, etc. I would have to go back and look to see which battles they're cataloging, right? But either which way, averages 500,000. It's definitely about booking Sirius Jones. You know what I'm saying?
We've spoken to him. We've spoken to him a few times.
Plenty of times. You know what I'm saying?
You got his number, right?
Of course. DM. If not, either way, we could DM on the Instagram. So either which way, evenly yoked, Head Ice. Head Ice got 12 million total upload views. 12.8, so he's going on 13 million. But he's got more battles. Total battles catalog, 38.
All right.
Average
that's
views.
That's still light in numbers though. 38. That's crazy.
Yeah, I would think that he had a lot more too, especially when you talk about Hitman Holla. They got 96 battles.
96.
And I think
Cats got battles like the old boxers.
Charlie Clips is 100, but that's how it should be. I mean, you want to put content out, man. This is the type of era that we're in. But it is what it is. Average views per battle, 337,000. So Sirius Jones actually averages more views per battle than Head Ice. But look, perfect rematch. Keep it off the streets. Bring it back into the ring. You know what I'm saying? MC War, we need to holler at y'all, man.
Yep.
Next up, Easy the Block Captain.
Easy.
Is looking like, shouts out Chrome 23.
He's on Chrome, right?
Shouts out the Trenches. That's what I thought.
That's a new thing.
You know what I'm saying? So when I saw the release, about 9 days ago, they said Easy the Block Captain is not going back up against for the first time. It's about to be Philly versus Jersey. New Jersey Twork versus Easy the Block Captain.
Crazy.
That's definitely gonna be crazy because.
Crazy.
But before we get to that.
Before it get worse.
Easy the Block Captain. Shouts out to the Trenches, man. They're doing it. I guess they're releasing new battles.
Okay.
New battle rappers.
Crazy.
They just recorded this in Queens. It's like a 5 versus 5 situation. It's on the.
That's court. A beautiful thing coming out of Chrome Trenches. That's kind of dope.
Yeah. They took Philly rappers. I mean, it was some other rappers there too, but they took a lot of Philly rappers. They brought them to Queens. Battle took place on a basketball court in Queens. It's called 5 vs. 5. And the first one they had was OG Capri versus Vision Gang. OG Capri, 15 battles catalog. Definitely go to versetracker.com.
First track, go.
18,000 total views. Averages 1,231 battles per battle. Shouts out to OG Capri. He went up against Vision Gang. Vision Gang, 20 battles catalog. 1,300 views per battle is what he averages. 26,000 total views for Vision Gang. And then they also had Paper versus Crush. Shouts out to Paper versus Crush. 110,000.
That sounds like rock, paper, scissors.
I know, right? I actually, yeah, either which way. Shouts out to these two new guys. I mean, actually, Paper got about 29 battles catalog so far. So he's getting it in.
All right.
110,000 total views. Average views, 3,800. He went up against Crush. 46,000 total views.
Groovin'.
Total battles catalog, 18. Average views, 2,567.
Crazy.
Battle went down in Queens. And so, yeah, man, so Twork and Easy to Block Captain on TakeOver Battle League. What you think about that?
I mean, everything you just said just now is incredible. All I can say is that Crush, Groovin', that's what's in my mind. But yeah, I mean, this is a beautiful time for battle rap. The fact that, you know, more leagues are coming out, is being birthed. Cass is going to London. Cass is doing what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's a beautiful thing. But you know, going back to I.C.E and
Sirius
Jones. Come on, 5. Stop. 5. We can't do that, man. We can't make this thing a thing where it's so much animosity that you can't see eye to eye and, you know, rap against each other. It started with rap, let it end with rap. I don't know what's going on. Somebody comment, let us know what's going on, because if there's paperwork out there talking about he did what? To who?
Exactly. I don't know. It is what it is, man. But yeah, they should keep it in the ring, man. But yeah, man. But agree 100%. I'd love to see that rematch. So Easy to Block Captain. Yeah, I was wondering. I'm like, how did he come off of the Chrome 23? I wonder how they worked that out, because that's the first time I seen him battle off the Chrome 23 card or off the league since the Smack situation.
But it came out of Chrome, right?
Nah, this is TakeOver Battle League. This new one. Easy to Block Captain versus New Jersey Twork.
I was thinking about trenches.
Coming out on TakeOver Battle League. So the fact that that's happening, it had me wondering, like, you know, how did they work that out? But either which way, shouts like this. When I first looked at it, I was like, yo, I think he left. He must have left Chrome 23, so on and so forth. But then when I looked, I saw the trenches releases and so on and so forth. So no, but either which way, that's gonna be a fire one, man. But yo, back to cats that got a lot of numbers. New Jersey Twork, 91 battles cataloged.
New Jersey Twork. Hey yo, I love the African outfit. Even though I know you was trying to get at your man, but the fact that you had an African suit on, some cats don't even know that you was trying to get at him, and they're like, yo, Twork.
Was the shoes a part of it? I'm not sure. Was the shoe? Did you see the shoes?
I just think the man he's probably a basketball player, size 15.
I got you. I got you.
Ain't he related to Shaq?
Yeah, no, that's Shotgun Shook. That's Shotgun Shook.
I don't know.
All New Jersey though, yeah. Shouts out.
I don't know.
Yeah, man. But average views, New Jersey Twork, 459,000.
Crazy.
Total battles catalog, 41 million.
Crazy.
Yeah, his numbers is crazy. Easy to Block Captain, 39 battles catalog. Average views, 378,000. I'm kind of like, damn, I thought it was more than that. Well, the one with him and Swamp did about 500,000. That was a couple of months ago. I guess it wasn't. But this one, I'm thinking people are going to want to see. I'm thinking Twork and Easy to Block Captain is a better sell. No disrespect to Swamp, but just the fact that Twork just coming off with Loaded Lux. Mm-hmm. You know, Twork has said a whole bunch of stuff about Easy to Block Captain in the past. I'm thinking that's just going to it's just going to help sell the card. But total views for Easy to Block Captain, 14.7 million. So definitely, but yeah, man, shouts out to TakeOver Battle League, man. It sound like right now they got a lot of the major cards, the major battles happening on their platform.
Got it.
I think Chilla Jones is a major part of that league, if I'm correct. But either which way, these guys are doing it, man. I love the way they're curating the content right now. Shouts out to them.
And your Killer got a battle league too, right?
Yeah, man. That's why. They released a couple of battles. I saw J400. I think it's J400 or J400 on there. I saw P battle on there.
I saw Ines on there.
And then recently, the one they just dropped was the Ines versus Traumatos. Traumatos from out of Alaska. 7 battles catalog. New guy. I guess they're giving some new artists. So what is this? I saw the tournament brackets. It's actually it's a few tournaments going on right now. Is there prize money at the end of it?
I don't know.
Either which way, I don't know how they're structuring this thing right here. I did see the tournament brackets. I don't know what the final prize is going on. Shouts out to P. I didn't watch his battle, but I know he battles somebody on the Killer Battle League. What's it called? Can't be called Killer Battle League because that was Vlad's.
Killer.
So this one is called, I don't know if you remember Vlad, that was T-Rex versus Matt Hoffa.
Right.
He had the Killer's Battle League. But either which way, the Killer Countdown Tournament is what it's called. Ines, total views, 11.3 million. Total battles cataloged, 84. Average views, 135,000. Again, he went up against Traumatos, who's relatively new. 7 battles cataloged, 4,000 total views, 574 average views. Shouts out to the Killer Countdown Tournament. I think either which way is really helping battle rap. The more these leagues keep showing up, it's giving more attention to the brands.
I
think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing, especially for all these artists. I think especially for these artists looking for exposure.
That's a beautiful thing.
And Rick Ross.
Oh man, Rick Ross, man, he's doing this thing, man. You know, Rose, they said his beard was fake. His beard was fake. Like, nah, it's my beard. Nah, it ain't spray painted in. But then, you know, I kept on scrolling. I saw his man, his artist. You know how they be playing them games with the 3 caps or the 3 cards, and there's a ball under or whatever the case is,
right.
and you gotta follow the queen or whatever.
Exactly.
But this time your man was in one of these states. I want to say Texas. And he was going back and forth with one of, what's his name? His name is Nino Breeze. Nino Breeze, okay. Right? Rick Ross's artist.
Okay.
And you know, he's like, yo, my man, come through. I want to do this game with you for TikTok. So for TikTok, all right, cool.
So Nino Breeze or the 3-card Marley guy came up to Nino Breeze.
The 3-card Marley guy stopped them while they were walking by.
Got it.
And Nino Breeze was like, yo, Nino, he didn't even know his name. Like, yo, come through. I want to do this thing for TikTok. He's like,
yeah.
TikTok, all right, cool. All right, no problem. You know what I mean? So he's like, you know, he jeweled out heavy, whatever the case is.
Oh, the Nino guy?
Yeah, the Nino guy. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I think he's out of Miami. You know what I'm saying? He just had that Miami feel,
right?
Grilled out. So I'm like, all right, cool. So he's like, all right, cool. So he start doing the thing. Boom, 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 boom. See, he lost. All right, cool. He lost again. All right, you got to put some more money. Put some more money. You lost. Alright, cool. So I gotta go, man. He's like, I'm done. Alright, gambling. Nah, man. You said you want to do it for TikTok.
Right. Nah, you lost that.
No.
You said you wanted to do this for your TikTok, bro. I'm gambling content. Bro, I ain't trying to.
His friends like that. Yo, you said you want to do it for TikTok. What you talking about?
Well, that was 100%. So that in the video they show that part.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah,
so you want to do it for TikTok,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like a reverse prank, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like nah, man. Yo, listen, you don't get my money? Alright, cool. It's off his jewelry, shoot me a fade. He didn't want to shoot him a fade, like, nah, man, you was gambling. Like, nah, ain't no gambling, man. So they started fighting. So now what your man Nino did,
he deserved it.
What your man Nino did, as he's fighting him,
they tried to get it off.
He dug in his pocket. He digs in his pocket. And as he digs in his pocket, you know what I'm saying? His man is steady hitting him with the chair. I think the chair thing only works on white people.
Right.
Because he ain't fall out. He caught him like a couple of times. I'm talking about with the corner.
Especially
with the
adrenaline.
With the but with the corner of the chair, like bang. Like he had a position.
Corners, bang. So who's hitting who? Gambling people are hitting Nino Breeze
while he's getting his man. Like he's
gracious.
Okay. Oh, you know what I mean?
So they was definitely. So they thought they had it. They definitely was like, okay.
You know, because one thing is numbers. You are gonna see there's numbers over there. Right. You don't know who got a pistol.
So it was like a 3-on-3.
It was the ending of the story is the chair don't work on everybody.
Right.
Because the man swear he had him with the chair, the corner of the chair, like gang.
Right.
Gang. And Nino said, I got mine's back. And you know, I got my jewelry. Yeah, I caught a couple of knots. He just didn't get knocked out.
Right.
But I love that about
he got his money back though.
Well, he dug in his pocket. He might have got his money and some other people and the gambling money.
I love it, man. You can't be playing with these people out there like that.
It's a different day and time.
You can't be doing that, man.
It's a different day and time.
But he was sleeping. Obviously, he was sleeping. He thought it was light.
Well, no.
He thought it was light.
Dude spoke
with the girl.
Now, when dude spoke up, but when Nino was like, "Yo, man, nah," he said it was for TikTok, man. Get my money back.
That's when he figured it was real.
That's when he found out he messed up. That's when he found out he messed up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he should have just gave his money back.
Man, crazy.
Right.
Yo, so you know, I think that's nuts. I think that's really nuts. You know what I'm saying? How cats be trying to do stuff, but you know, the next thing I found that's really crazy right now, that's really interesting right now, is how I think, you know, Kanye West. Not saying that it never happened before, but I said right now, this particular era in 2025, I think Kanye West is singly responsible for gospel rap. I think right now, if you go down the...
What about Lecrae?
Well, yeah, because that's why I say Kanye, because look, you had a lot of people that's been out there, Lecrae, but they didn't really have that they didn't really raise the bar where the bar is right now. Right now, you have the most gospel rappers coming out of everywhere. You'll see a chick rapping gospel, and you think she's about to quote the Megan Thee Stallion lyrics or Lotto lyrics. She's straight into the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So
that's not a bad thing.
Nah, it's not a bad thing, but that's just more of the influence that your man Kanye got. And you know, to the point, right? Back in what is it called? In 85, you had this group called Jesus Jamsters. 7 teenagers that became a Christian rap group called Jesus Jamsters. This group infused their faith, music, artistry, and breakdancing. Can you imagine if the labels would have actually let that kind of propel? You follow what I'm saying? You would have had cats like really going that route with back in the 80s. You follow what I'm saying? But the music industry did what it did. My point is it's not the first time. It's been here. You know what I mean? It's been here since the 80s. You know what I'm saying? And you don't really hear nothing about it. But now when Kanye came and he really made it something crazy. It is the influence.
But that's all the record labels, man. The record labels they decide what you know they feel like the people should hear. Because I remember when I was coming up as an MC, you would hear a lot of cats put their faith into their music. You know what I'm saying? If they was Muslim, and matter of fact, again going back to that Head Ice and Sirius Jones battle. Sirius Jones or Head Ice kept going at him about him being Muslim and contradicting
the beef come out
and so forth. You know what I mean? But I remember back in the day you would actually put your faith. I mean, a lot of times it might even somewhat kind of like a debate. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Of what you believe and stuff like that. So
that
got lost. I mean, because I came across Muslims. They put it up in their rhymes. Christians, that was heavy. That was heavy. 5%ers. I mean, that's the one that I felt like, obviously
stay consistent.
Got the most traction. Of course, Wusabat, our culture.
Absolutely.
Nuwapu, you know what I'm saying? That was in hip hop a lot as well. From the very beginning as well.
Interesting. I'm glad you brought that up.
But they shut all that down, man. They shut all that down because they didn't want us to be able to, get our minds open, start looking at things from a different angle.
But Dr. York coming out, man.
Putting positive music, putting positivity in. Definitely free Dr. York. He definitely coming home. And they didn't want us to have positive music, period. They didn't want anything that was going to uplift you, or get you thinking. So I think that's what took place, you know what I mean? And then when they did kind of I remember Dr. York explaining how they market was to kind of like mark things and separate stuff.
Absolutely.
When they did start doing that was where, you know what I mean, they started like letting the gospel rap in, but they kind of like kept it low. Like so you're right, it was Kanye West that brought it up with the Jesus Walks, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, but then it was just him. So it wasn't like I said, like before, you had a variation of different thought processes in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So, but shouts out. I definitely never knew that there was a crew like that, pure Christianity from the 80s.
Jesus Jamsters.
That's crazy.
Wherever you guys out, shouts out to y'all. Back in 1985, I was about 10 years old. No, but shouts out to them guys. Hey, yo, Nas, yo. Breaking news. Yo, Nas got a $5.5 billion casino deal in Queens.
Crazy.
Wow.
Crazy.
You know what's crazy? I'm going to tell you what's crazy. That's crazy. But what's crazy is the attorney for Nas says, tell Jay-Z's people Queens does it again. In the boardroom.
That's crazy.
This white dude with a tie on.
That's crazy.
Like, come on. You don't get no crazier than that.
Nah, you
so
don't.
it's like, all right, wherever Jay-Z at, on top of the mountain, wherever he's at, Mount Everest.
Who else was going at Nas recently?
He can't hear you.
Who else was going at Nas recently? There's somebody else going at somebody else going at Nas recently.
Nah.
Yeah, somebody else was going at Nas.
Now, you might have heard he brokered a new deal before this casino deal. Because your man Nas is the illest business dude right now. He's just brokering deals. You know what I'm saying? Like, who would have thought that he's the one that did? He had something to do with Coinbase, or he had something to do with Uber, or he had something to do
Lyft. I think it's Lyft. Oh, it might have been Uber though. Yeah. Okay.
Ill business dude, man. The first he was on it with the ring, the camera and the ring camera. Your ring camera. He had the ring camera on the door. That's another one. Stocks in that. So he was doing, as 50 Cent was doing vitamin waters, he was doing deals silently. What else I got? I got this dude right here, right? He's a teenager, right? Was a teenager. Got arrested 3 times. And I'm saying this out to all you young guys that see this, you know what I'm saying? If you've stayed this long, you know what I'm saying, shouts out to you. Tell a friend, subscribe. But this teenager that has been arrested 3 times is now
Jim Jones.
Jim Jones.
Yeah. When Jim Jones was saying that, somebody said that they came up more on Jim Jones than they did on Nas. That little kid said that, and then Jim Jones was like, yeah, because he was starting to act like he was better than Nas. You don't remember that whole run? It was whole
do you
thing.
Not know
So
Nas dropped the 16 on that.
So Nas posted the first promotion with Resort World about the casino coming. That was the first time that it got posted. It was like a whole commercial, him stepping out. Yeah, but I just knew there was a whole nother situation with him beefing.
But this guy right here, right? Teenager, locked up about 3 times. You think he would be like, nah, I'm done, man. I got locked up 3 times, whatever the case is. He went in. He didn't even he didn't just stop at being a lawyer. This dude is now a judge at the age of 27, being the youngest judge in Pennsylvania by the name of Hanif L. Johnson.
But you saying he got locked up before?
Yeah, 3 times.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
See,
like my mindset when I was getting locked up, I used to always get locked up on my birthday. Every time around my birthday, I'm like, man, shit, I get locked up. So I'm like, damn. So what I would do is, after one time, it's like the people in my area where I was living in Boston, it was like they would know that it was my birthday because they would be seeing me come in. Like, I'll make it through the year. But right when my birthday come, I'm getting locked up. So they had like a cell for like, I want to say 3 to 4 years straight.
Right.
That they will bring me
right.
to let me know this is my cell.
Right.
And it's like, they kind of mentally messing with me. So I guess by the 5th or 6th time, I'm like, you know what? When my birthday come, I don't even go outside. This guy said, you know what? I'm about to become a judge. And I want to shout him out because back then, if I would have had that mentality, I probably would have became an attorney and found out how. Because my biggest thing was disorderly conduct. They talk crazy, I talk crazy to them. They get out the car and try to woof, woof, woof. I woof, woof, woof right back at them. And before I know it, I'm locked up. But 27 years old, the youngest judge in Pennsylvania. Shouts out to you, Hanif L. Johnson, man. Shouts out.
It's better to be doing that
sound
than,
effects,
explosions, doing these snatching grabs, man. They got these kids, that's 17 years old, younger. Yeah, they just did this one in California, Oakland. It was like 25, 30 kids.
30.
Shouts out to Anton. I forget his last name, but I watch him, Glasses. I watch him on YouTube. This dude is kind of funny, I like his perspective. He gets on my nerves sometimes, but he was like, yo, you can get 30 people together right, to do a smash and grab. But when I try to get 30 people together to come do some drinks, you know what I'm saying? Nobody want to get together for that. But either which way, yo, like, yeah, man, I mean, that's just
and these young kids are different, man.
Yeah, it's definitely kind of it's crazy right now. The amount, and then one, like, the planning. Well, one, they sent the drones out on these guys, right? You know what I'm saying? So they had the drones on.
Advanced technology.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Wow.
So as soon as they, you know, I guess the security, they got, you know, wind of it. 911 got wind of it. They had the drones on them. They had the 4 cars set up, but they definitely getting more advanced. Like, these kids are like mapping out, you know what I'm talking about? Like, you know, so there's still a level of ingenuity. I mean, I'm glad no one got hurt, but it was definitely different because they ain't just going there with the sticks. They went in there with sticks, you know what I'm talking about? Before they go in there with the bats and the rocks. Now they going in there with the guns, like, you know, so I'm like, with the guns out. So, I mean, the snatch and grabs I've been seeing, that's the first time I've seen them coming with the guns out like that. But luckily, luckily no one got hurt. Because I remember one thing he said, Anton was like, yo, his life is over. Their life is over. Look, they got 7, because it was a 17-year-old. That's what made struck the memory of what I was just watching. But, you know, this kid was 17 and turned his life around. You follow what I'm talking about? You yourself talked about different things that you've been involved in.
Dr. York, man. If it wasn't for Dr. York, like, I was hustling, listening to the tapes. And if it wasn't for him, man,
100%. Continue. 100%.
No, I'm just saying, like,
100%.
you know, you have certain things that trigger you in life,
right,
to make you like, okay, you know what, I don't need to be doing this. And
right.
I remember, like, you know, vividly, like it was yesterday. Like, you know, I used to have work in the car, transporting and listening to True Light tapes. And I'm like, yeah, this was phenomenal. One day I called Kadesh or the land. Like, I want to speak to Dr. York. The sister that answered the phone, it doesn't work like that. I said, I want to talk to him. I want to talk to him. I want to move on the land. I'm done with my life. I started spilling. I just burnt one down. I'm spilling my guts. I'm like, you know what? I'm ready to move in. I'm ready to move on the land. I just want to move on the land. I want to talk to Dr. York so I can make my arrangements. You know what I'm saying? So I think she might have hung up the phone. And I called back. I'm like, yo, I want to talk to Dr. York. This doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. So what I did was, I went back to Boston. And no, I didn't go back willingly. I got set up. You know what I mean? Again, we got robbed for our work, and then you know, getting robbed for the work, it became a situation where, you know, almost lost my life. And it was that trigger right there, boom, seeing the gun and put in my face, you know, where to work at, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, I didn't die, he didn't shoot, you follow what I'm saying? And then that situation allowed me to go back to Boston and, like, you know what, I want to move in the tab, because everything about the doctrine was crazy. So for me, that was like, yo, that was my calling. Right. Because, you know, a time before that, we got stopped. They didn't find work. They found $19,750. They took they didn't even write it in. You know, they took the money. Right. This is back in Durham, North Carolina. Shouts out Frog. You know what I mean? You know, he was Frog. Took us to the police station that night. Got us an attorney and everything else. And it was like, look, if they have rubber bands on the money, they're gonna process it as drug money. You ain't gonna get it back. You're supposed to have paper bands, not rubber bands. They take rubber bands. They look at the rubber bands as it being complicit to drugs.
That's crazy.
So him breaking it down.
Daniel. Check for us real quick. Go ahead.
Him breaking it down to me like that.
Good?
It became a situation where I was like, you know, let's leave that alone. So that was strike one for me. Strike two was when we got robbed. You follow what I'm saying? My man Evans, shout out to Evans. You know what I'm saying? It's like you know, and Haiti got deported, whatever. You know, he was on the stripper chick. You know what I'm saying? He's on. I'm like, man, that's not what we do. We're supposed to do what we got. We had a set thing that we do before we leave. It was on her. She lined us up and got us robbed. Wow. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, that was the last straw for me. I'm like, right. You know, that's the last straw. And plus, we've seen more money in real estate than I've ever seen with work. I swear, between the attorneys and all the stuff that you got to go through. Anyway, my point is,
it's all good.
Certain things happen.
I'm laughing because when I was young, I just used to just kind of. Unfortunately, I used to just smoke all the weed. So I never really was able to get it to grow to, like, you know what I'm saying, no big. I mean, me and my man, we actually hustled up to get our first ASR 10, our first beat machine. After that, you know what I'm saying, that was pretty much it. But good.
It's just certain things happens in life, you know what I mean, that makes it wakes you up, you know what I mean? And certain times, like, you know, with people, you know, they go through whatever they go through.
Right.
You know, you have to catch time or death before you go to sleep forever. Because you ain't gonna be woke. Well, you're gonna be woke on the other side.
Right.
He's not gonna be woke over here no more.
But that's my point, that with the whole other guy saying that, yo, dude's life is over. Because I mean, unfortunately, you African. I mean, as much as we want our kids to just be on this straight and narrow path, it's kind of hard, bro. It's not like we don't have our own area to be able to cultivate our young. You know what I'm talking about? Where we could keep them on one track without them being exposed to, you know, different things, because they're friends, they're gonna have friends, right? You know what I'm saying? And that's unfortunately what they did to Dr. York when they shut the land down. You know, the property, Tamaray, so on and so forth. Y'all probably heard of it, Egypt of the West, the pyramids and things of that nature. His whole thing was like, yo, you know, they done disfigured our Egypt in Africa, so you know what? I'm gonna bring Egypt to y'all, which was, I thought was ingenious.
Tamaray.
But either which way, he was creating an area for young people to be able to grow up in an environment where you wouldn't be influenced by situations like that. But being the fact that most of our kids, unfortunately, are not in a world like that, are not in a bubble, a lot of them are gonna go through these experiences. So I just kind of found what dude was saying. I was like, when he said, oh, look, your life is over. I'm like, who's 17? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking about all the different mistakes 17, and that was the perfect example when you was explaining that the guy was able to go ahead and get to the age of 27 10 years later.
Facts.
You know, because now you got me thinking about my guidance counselor. You know, I had the same guidance counselor I had in Ferris High School told me I wasn't gonna be nothing. Told my mother the same thing. Like, that's crazy. I'm talking about like 18 years before.
Crazy.
We had the same guy. So I'm just saying, like, that mindset that you can't correct. Because another thing is like, yo, we come into this world making mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
there is no blueprint, man.
Yeah.
To your point right there, I would say, we have any cold people that make video games that it can make it as dramatic as Grand Theft Audio or any of them video games that got these kids' minds. Make some video games that involves Bitcoin, that involve blockchain, that involve making money, that involve you know, incredible like mental tactic, graphic things that allow them to take their mind and go on a whole nother level.
Exactly.
But
that's
where it starts.
But that's what I loved about hip hop. I mean, that's why I got into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? The creativity, you know what I mean? Like, you know, from DJing, you know what I'm saying? Seeing how you could blend. Like, you know, we ain't just get into it just on some, what's it called? On just to do it. We was actually creating. Like, you know, I got in doing the blend. You know what I'm talking about? What's that called? The blend time, right? That be fire too. But what would that be called? The blend school, the blend era. That's the era that I got in on. You know what I'm saying? So I was able to go ahead and, you know what I mean, start mixing. We making whole other songs. We taking acapellas, making our whole other song with it. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, it's about creativity. So hip hop was that, and I don't think it's like that anymore. I don't think that there's opportunities for like the young kids to come in. I mean, you know, DJ and do the different things that they used to do back in the day, because I mean, yo, that kept us trapped up in the room. Like, you know, for like, I'm talking about, yo, 12 hours. Like, you trying to master blending. You know what I'm talking about? So you gotta learn pitches on records.
How many summers?
I mean, yo,
Kanye West had?
I didn't do Kanye West summers. That's why Kanye West is where he is as a producer. But you know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, a funny thing is Pun and Fat Joe was just talking about him and Pun. And him and Pun was on what's it called? Summertime, when shit was popping for them. Pun was like, yo, Fat Joe was like ready to go out to the streets and show off and chill, and Pun like, nah, bro, we need to be in the studio.
Fact.
You need to get your bars up. Fact. Like, you know what I'm talking about? He's like, yo, you need to be practicing. You know what I'm saying? So just imagine the difficulties they avoided from not going out there.
Ain't no debate about that. Debatable.